There's a lot of things that seem to be out of business now that, things like want to change to iron from something else. And I would really want it if they would show what is there right now. So when it's like, oh, prospectors in this country have struck iron or whatever, you want to switch the trade good here because for some reason a province can only produce one type of good and nothing else in the entire province. Currently, it's producing, whatever. That would be pretty handy in order to avoid having to check every single province. Like, oh, what's produced in Istanbul? In Istanbul, is produced fruit, and not a lot of it either. This is actually very, very depressing considering Istanbul is the heart of my land. But I'm guessing you could technically add this place, Üsküdar, to modern day Istanbul. Maybe. Don't quote me on it. These are very similar. Is there a lot of unemployment? Because I'm feeling like there might be. Maybe fruit is just not that highly valuable at the moment. Didn't I put through some unemployment subsidies? I did, and it's costing 212. So my farmers are fairly unemployed, it seems like. So that would explain the immigration to the United States of America. Probably mostly farmers and people of that nature. So like this, for example. See, is there any way to see here what they are doing right now? Ottoman support them. We will encourage the fisheries. So Jack's current production is too valuable. But it doesn't say what it is right now. So Jask, what are you producing right now? Fruit. So I guess fruit is not very interesting in the field right now. It's not earning a lot of money. So if they can get to work there. So here's another one, cash crops. Bangasu. I'm guessing it's fruit as well. No, it's actually timber. So yeah, coffee. Coffee sounds reasonable. Do some coffee. Get to work on the coffee. No one is working in the coffee at all. Or with the coffee, I guess. Actually, unemployment here in Africa is quite horrible. No one seems to be working in it at all. Do I not have enough... do I not have enough bureaucrats in the area, perhaps? I wonder if they would help. I guess not. Oh well. Oh well, it won't really matter. Soon it's all done and well. 1933. Should I push through with a final war, perhaps? Maybe we're against the fascist dictatorship of Russia. Shall we host the 10th Olympic? Blah blah blah. Sure, we will host the 10th Olympic. Blah blah blah. Finland has also become a fascist dictatorship, and they have a polar bear or something. Is it a polar bear? I think it's a polar bear. Polar bear fascist dictatorship Finland. Cool. They have no other allies besides Bhavalpur, but they do have quite a big army now, or at least a lot of war score, so that's not very good. How's my war exhaustion? It's almost over. So if I declare war on them, justify war for, something fun like acquire state. Wait, I have still a lot of infamy. This requires 6, this 11, 5.5, dismantle nation. Okay, so I can't do it. I can't do another war due to infamy. I have too much infamy, or maybe it won't really matter since it's so close to being done anyway. I can't risk it. Bengal is free though. Let's switch to another topic. Bengal is free. I wonder, will we see united India now with so much being free? Will we see Indian pan-nationalists rising up and save the Mughal Empire? How much of it has been claimed by other nations? Mughal Empire in Nepal and Bhutan and Sikkim. I can't believe there's actually three countries there. All part of the Japanese sphere of influence. The British has not been able to establish their sphere. They have still just Salma or whatever. The Russians are allied with Bavalpur, another fascist dictatorship. Where is Bavalpur anyway? It should be somewhere around here. I honestly don't think it matters. There we go. Fascist dictatorship of Bavalpur. Didn't get any cool flag though. So that's disappointing. There we go. Quite a few troops ready for being assigned. I guess this is it. Grain. I'm guessing that it's for the best to do so, but I don't think they will be unemployed anyway. I can do another reform. Voters' right movement, minimum wage movement. They really love their minimum wage, don't they? Sure, let's do some more minimum wage. I can just pay for it with subsidies anyway. Which I am. And I'm still paying this damn indemnities. For however long it will last. I'm guessing for as long as I have a truce with these fellas. Truce with me. Where am I? Where am I? Colombia. There we am. Oh, it's 1935. So I'm going to pay for the rest of the game, basically. Thank you, Germany. Thank you. Is this fascist dictatorship Hungary? So how many are fascist dictatorship now? Czechoslovakia. I mean, I've always liked Czechoslovakia more than the Czech Republic. It's always easier to say Czechoslovakia. And I always want to call, instinctively, thanks to EU4 and EU3 before that, and EU2 before that, I want to call the Czech Republic for Bohemia. It seems more natural in some way. Even though I know, I'm well aware it's just one region out of many. It's like calling the Netherlands Holland. Even though you should really call the Netherlands Dutchland, because that's what it is. Lacking engineers, so I'll have to wait for this. Where are all the engineers anyway? Are they not being built, or we're just waiting for them? Okay. Education efficiency, nice. So, done with everything in culture. I don't think I will manage to get everything in Navy before the game is over. But Ethiopia is a free country. Ethiopia is a free goddamn country. This means that I could probably add that to my country before it's too late. Now this is interesting. So I will do that. Justify war, establish protectorate. There we go. Hopefully it won't cost too much. Hunan civil... I almost thought I said human civil war. Guangdong. Hunan click, Anhui click. Yeah. All these clicks everywhere. The Workers' Common... Oh my god. The Workers' Commonwealth? Congratulations, workers. You have your Commonwealth now. It wasn't Russia this time. No. It was Great Britain transforming into the Workers' Commonwealth. I'm sure that United States is so very happy about it. Now they can do a counterattack and invade Great Britain. There's surprising amounts of absolute monarchy still, actually. Considering. For example, these two. No, this is semi-constitutional now, but Carlos Spain, for example, absolute monarchy. Fascist dictatorship, Italy is still in effect despite having lost 2-3 times in a row. Naval logistics. Poland, constitutional monarchy. Germany, very non-radical. Denmark, non-radical. Boring. Finland is very radical. I like that. Current grain farms. Sure, we can make some. We can use some more grain. I'm surprised to see the Netherlands expanding, but they actually have another colony now. They have a surprising amount of coast in the colonies. Okay, so take over. Time to take over Ethiopia. It's about time. Need to do some more expanding before the game is over anyway. Former British territory being conquered by the Ottomans. There we are. So there's over here is Gondar. Oh god, there's a lot of people in Gondar. Good. I can put them to work. Bonga. And in Jimma. Jimna. Yeah. Let's take that as well. And kill them all. There we go. And soon the war will be over. Didn't finish all the technologies by the end of the game though. Which is a shame, but can't always win, can't always do everything. I blame Germany as per usual. Oh, it seems that Russia has decided to back. Russia is actually on the main stage of the world now. Will we see a final conflict between Russia and Germany? No. I guess that was the answer. Ethiopia, you're part of my glorious nation now. Congratulations. We can even create a state in Lebanon. Good, that means we could create factories in Lebanon as well, right? Yeah, but I can't build them. But yeah, the state of the factories is really well. Look at all these factories. Look at this booming economy. Look at that industrial score. Considering didn't really have an industry for quite a long time. This is... I like this. This is quite impressive. The second greatest power in the world. Unfortunately, won't be able to make it to the greatest power in the world. Because Germany is just... I'm the second greatest power in the world currently. Hopefully that will still stand. And the workers' common won't pass me, but... I mean, look at Germany. They have almost twice as much as me, and I already have quite a lot. I mean, this is quite a big country, I would say. I think it's 4 and then 6 and 1. Just to divide up the armies. 4, 1, and there we go. And the last one can just be divided up like this. There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, instead of trying to build armies like that, just to max out the military score, let's do things like just do a bunch of infantry and then do a bunch of artillery. Like something along these lines, right? This seems reasonable. Right, guys? Right? And then do some guards. Sure, why not? How about some, try to do some airplanes? Some more infantry. Maybe some engineers here in the Near East. How about some hussars, perhaps? Let's do some of them. Or more artillery. Sure. Just to max out a military score. Just to make sure I stay on the second place in the world. For the foreseeable future. Let's do some more. There we go. Recruit everything. Just recruit everything. And they will all gather down there. Sulfur. I like sulfur. It's good. And coal. Coal is good. It's just that, do I really have to decide that on every single province? And it's unfortunate, once again, that each province can only produce one thing. Which makes very little sense. Guess they gotta be famous for something. 27 million men in working age, I guess, exist in this country. Trying to make it a better place. Because in this game, that's the only thing that is counted. we are. So basically it's over 100 million people. And Sinai can now finally be a state as well. So a bunch of Turks having moved down here, probably to work with the canal. So it's nice to see colonialism kind of dying down a bit. Palestine. Should I make it... oh, enact women's suffrage. Cool, 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 cool. I like that. Where is it? Women's suffrage. There we go. And lose 2 war exhaustion. I don't think I had any still, but... should be fine. Am I still paying off those war indemnities? No, I'm not. That's why I'm making so much money now. And I thought there was a revolt somewhere. Oh, there we go. Bulgarian nationalist. Look at all the Balkans here. How many troops are being built in all the minor... like, so many small provinces here. Being built all across the empire, and soldiers are being conscripted. In Persia, in Turkey, Anatolia. Not so much in Iraq, unfortunately. In the Caucasus, even. In all the Balkans. Lebanon, the Levant. Not as much in Africa, because I already recruited most of them. So that should keep me afloat. That should keep me above. Oh no, barely. Come on. Need to keep above the UK. They're closing in. They're closing in quite quickly. Build more things. Build more ships. Men of war. Men of war. Yes, sure. Build them all. Build all the men of war. Build some frigates beyond that. Sure, I don't care. Just build something. Near East. Build it all. Just keep above the UK. Keep above them. Come on. We can do this together. As a family. Oh no 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 no. They're closing it. No, I think they will pass. God damn it, so close. This is a tight race, tight race. The 75. I don't want to assimilate Bosnia. I'm just barely afloat, barely afloat. Just a couple of points away. But I think that maybe my measures have been successful. Whew. Need to do some research as well. Keeping above the workers' commonwealth. Yeah, I think now I have a lead of quite a few points here. 10, 11 points approximately. Only 9 now. I mean, this is exciting, at least for me. I don't know about you, but this is a very exciting race. But I think at the end now, when the year is finally ending, the Ottoman Empire have managed to edge out. So to do a sort of a memorandum of the Ottoman Empire before the game is over, I will ignore the League and then look through the Empire and the world as the final stage and the final goodbye, I suppose, to a country that has served me very well and hopefully that I have served adequately and built a fairly interesting empire out of. From all of Ottoman Empire over here to, you know, like having basically half of Africa and having conjoined with the rest of the empire, to having retaken Persia. I think this is probably the greatest extent that the Ottoman Empire has ever been in, which I'm quite happy with. To a booming industry that is the 4th greatest in the world, I'm wondering, is there any way for me to have reached another level there? If I had maybe gone on for 10 more years, I could have passed the Workers' Commonwealth in industry. But in the end, by 16 points, the Ottoman Empire is the 2nd greatest power in the world. But Germany, of course, being so goddamn large and strong that even with this country being the second greatest power in the world, it's still almost half from Germany, which is just insane on so many levels. So yeah, Let's face the end of the world as we know it by clicking on continue. And the game is over with the upper house rearranged. Just doesn't really matter. And yeah, I don't think this matters either. 100 momentous years have passed and we have entered the modern age. The world is a radically different place. How did your country do? Like, how did my country do? Well, as I said before, Ottoman Empire doing extremely well, having a lot of industry. Actually having 206 different factories of various levels, I'm assuming. 357 provinces and a population of almost slightly above 100 million. And with 25 million working age males. Warships, I mean, Navy is always something I'm very bad at. I should probably do a Navy heavy game once just to, you know, make up for the lack of navies I've been doing for basically forever. Australia is quite interesting here. Suddenly Australia popped up. Here, Canada, currently Spain, and Norway, actually, quite surprising, being the 16th greatest power in the world. And Anhui, which took over most of, I'm guessing, what China had. Anyway, this has been it. This is the end of the Ottoman Empire. And the world has actually been a quite radical, different place. So I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and soon we'll get back to some other Ottoman Empire, not Ottoman Empire playthrough, but Victoria 2 playthrough of some form. Hope most likely an updated HPM mod, maybe with the new patch of Victoria 2. Perhaps even something different than that. We'll see. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and I'll see you guys next time.